Hi, Sprout Media. So I'm Dawn Adrian Saliba.
Hello, jiena Charlene bil-pijama.
Hello there, my name is Kat Moyle.
My name is Gilbert.
Hello, Edward. How are you?
I am submitting this video as part of the COVID-19 awareness project run by Sprout Media.
Thank you for making us do this bil-frostax.
A few weeks ago, we launched our COVID-19 awareness campaign, encouraging our viewers to film themselves answering 4 specific questions about how they're dealing with the quarantine. The first question we asked was, what are the toughest things you are experiencing during quarantine?
In the beginning, really difficult was the fact that I'm a really hyperactive person with ADHD, which does not really like to stay indoors. So for me, this was really hard to try to cope with this situation.
I would say solitude is definitely top of that list. So I am used to seeing about 4 or 5 people a day in my work and, in the flesh. And I'm not getting any of that at the moment. And I live alone as well, and I don't have a pet. I have Maureen, the plant.
L-iktar 3 affarijiet diffiċli bħalissa għalija huma l-għonet li hemm ħafna restrizzjoni ta' fejn tista' tmur, speċjalment biex iżżur il-ħbieb u tal-familja.
I'm a Maltese American. I'm an American citizen and a Maltese citizen. And I'm stuck here during the COVID-19 epidemic. So, well, for me, the toughest experience is seeing what's happening in my hometown of New York City, where we have over 5,000, actually over 7,000 dead last I've seen. And there are about 700 dying, more than 700. It's like 780 a day dying at home.
Well, I guess the first thing that everybody is experiencing during this quarantine, one of the toughest things I think is missing family and friends. But of course we are also blessed that we have the internet and we can communicate to each other, we can Skype, we can, connect with Facebook to our friends and family and say hello every day if you want.
It's tough watching friends and people I know who had worked so hard to build their own little businesses lose their source of income. It's very tough. It attacks their sense of security and brings a lot of stress and questions about the future.
Naħseb li nara n-nies l-oħra għaddejjin milli huma għaddejjin bħala kollettiva minn xi aħna għaddejjin. Dik diffiċli biex naraha wkoll.
Not just the freedom of not being able to go out when I want and do what I want, which we are incredibly lucky to have that privilege. Keeping my hands clean, not touching too many things, keeping my distance from people. That I would say is the thirdest thing. It's like the amount of brain power that goes into having to think about keeping separation from people.
So like every day you hear more stories, and my family's right in the epicenter of this plague at home. And it's really hard. It's hard to be here relatively safe, but not knowing what's happening to my family and friends, and it's scary. That's number 1.
Witnessing the fear and the grieving for our past way of living. That makes up a lot of negative emotions going around.
Għalija l-iktar affarijiet diffiċli li ma nistax nafas it-tfal, nepotijiet, nistax tara tal-familja.
When you find yourself alone and you feel as if your mind is running in all sorts of dark places, do something creative, do something new, do something you can dedicate your entire being to, and simply set up your own personal space where you can be creative and express yourself, or let go of anything that is bothering you. We shall never have so much time at our disposal, so it is important to remain stimulated and motivated. This led us to ask our viewers our next question. What are your favourite things to do during quarantine?
I am really enjoying learning a lot about being online. and upskilling, I guess, around that area.
Qed niżraw nħu ħafna ħsieb il-ġnien. U qed nitgħallem ħafna. Qed impinġi ħafna. Qed nuża ħafna kreattività. U l-ħaġa sabiħa u li qed nuża li għandi id-dar.
I am enjoying not having to go to things that I don't want to go to, and sort of being forced to stay in.
Sajjaru. Għax kemm inħobb insajja. Aħsel l-art, dejjem ikollok nadif. U bilab ma' tfalu. Għax it-tfal tnejn minnhom mija jadi. Allura għattu naqa' ġurnata niġru wara xulxin.
U ħaġa oħra dik qed inżomm ruħi biżla billi naqra u ninforma ruħi u nitgħallem ħafna.
And I'm loving all the amazing free and donation-based support that all the kind of health and well-being workers are putting out there online at the moment from Malta and Gozo. So I'm loving kind of diving into loads of different trainers and meditation classes and like learning lots of new things. So that's amazing.
Singing, dancing, playing the piano, that's what I do. It's what keeps me sane, it's what keeps me happy, it's what keeps me alive. I can forget about this madness we're living through and just enjoy life.
I have enjoyed meditating regularly at sunrise and at sunset. Meditation is for me a very special time. It is an excellent time to look inwards and the emotions. It is something that grounds me, and meditating regularly allows me to feel centered.
Another thing that I love doing is drawing. I like to draw mandalas. I do the Tai Chi, then I do some cardio training in the afternoon. You know, keeping myself eating good food.
I have enjoyed wearing comfy clothes all day long. PJs 24/7.
So music, drawing in the evening, and then taking care of myself, you know, my body, feeling good, feeling energized, keeping positive during this quarantine, you know.
Staying active and being positive is always better than procrastinating and complaining all the time. It's true what they say. Gratitude is an attitude, which means making it a habit to express thankfulness and appreciation in all parts of your life on a regular basis. Which brings us to our next question. What are you most grateful for during quarantine?
Naħseb waħda mill-iktar affarijiet li napprezza hija l-familja tiegħi li anke jekk aħna l-bogħod fiżikament xorta aħna viċin b'modi oħra u dik napprezzaha ħafna.
I am grateful for technology that helps me stay connected to my family who live in another country.
I'm also very grateful for my friends, my goodness gracious, those of you whom I've been able to chat with, to Zoom with, to commiserate with, to hold online magical ceremonies with. Very, very fun and cool.
Li għandi tfal b'saħħitu. Li sissa saċut ma qabadna xejn, thankful ukoll u l-bambin.
I am grateful to my cat for constant cuddles and companionship. Meow.
Obviously being grateful for life itself, for being able to be here. You know, being grateful is one of the most beautiful things you can do to yourself, you know. Just every morning and every evening, close your eyes and thank God you are alive. Thank God for your family, you know.
I am really grateful for the really good friends that I have that are there and able to understand, even though they're in a different position or situation, what I'm going through, and I'm able to be there for them and what they're going through. So I'm super grateful for my friends.
Being grateful again for your family, for your friends, for the people around you, for having food. Being grateful for everything you have, you know.
Napprezza l-kwiet li ħafna iktar kwiet madwarna, inqas karozzi, anke l-ajruplani waqfu. u jina nħobbu l-kwiet. U ħaġa oħra napprezza li għandi iktar ħin x'niddedika għalija nnifsi li noqgħod waħdi u naħdem fuq innifsi. Napprezza ħalik ukoll.
The amount of love that is being created during this quarantine, people helping others, people not having money and other people helping them out, people not having a home and other people helping them out, without thinking about what will happen to themselves. It's really amazing how love is the main player in this quarantine period.
We have all the time in the world to spend some time with ourselves and not only do the things we love, but also look at the things we don't really like about ourselves and perhaps change or improve on things we are not fully satisfied with. Making the best out of it by reading books or working out or cooking good food. We should not take this time to ourselves for granted, and we should invest in this time instead of waiting for it to pass. We carry on with our final question, where we encourage the viewers to answer. What things will you not take for granted after the quarantine?
Chill out, enjoy some nice music, make some good food. Whatever makes you happy, do it. This is the moment. We didn't have any time when we were working in the system and everybody's working busy all the time. And now stop. Yes, stop and do what you love.
I will not take for granted how creativity can flow more easily when there is time. Creativity in the kitchen, creativity with writing.
Ibs iktar għal saħtek, ikol iktar healthy xorta. U ma tiqbik xi ħaġa taqbad murant it-tabib biex tagħmel xi 3 ijiem 4 ijiem biex tmurant it-tabib.
So what am I never going to take for granted again? Congregating in open spaces. Oh my goodness gracious, dancing in a dance hall, going to a rock concert.
Yeah, access to nature, just being able to go and swim in the sea whenever I feel like it. Because I'm doing it less, I'm really connected to the experience of water on skin, and yeah, that's amazing.
Żgur is-safar kemm aħna xutjati li nistgħu naqbdu ajruplan u mmorru fejn rridu.
Being in my classroom, that's another thing I never want to take for granted again. I love teaching in a classroom, not on Zoom, not online, but with real people face to face in the physical world. I really, really miss that.
Il-ħin mal-familja tiegħi u l-bib, il-ħin li nistgħu nqattaw fiżikament flimkien, ġifieri.
Being able to hug my friends. Yeah, that's a really big one for me. Having physical contact with other human beings, I definitely took that for granted. I cannot wait for us to be able to do that again.
Naħseb ix-xogħol ukoll li għalhekk kemm aħna xutjati li jkollna xogħol għax imbagħad meta ma jkollniex storja differenti. Dak huma.
Just how free we are and how lucky we are, and how, even though this is difficult, how lucky I am to have a home and, a comfortable life, and how there are many people who are not in that position and having to deal with the kind of trauma and difficulty of an illness. So I feel very lucky to be in a developed country with a health service and to be warm and to be, relatively safe.
Things that we take for granted, we had all the time. For me, I miss a lot the parties, to meet together with all the friends and to dance.
How important it is to do constant inner work, to be strong. Emotionally, physically, mentally, and spiritually.
Friendship. I'm never going to take my friendships for granted again. This has given me an opportunity to reconnect with a lot of people I love, and also to introduce people like in all different continents to each other when I do my own Zoom hangouts. So yeah, I'm never going to take my friends for granted.
Yes, it's tough being away from family and friends. It's hard to be stuck at home with not much to do, or too much to do. Indeed, it is a horrible feeling to close a business or a store, not knowing when things will be back to normal. But if you're watching this video, then you already have plenty to be grateful for. You have electricity, you have a phone or a computer with a mug of tea by your side and soft home slippers to walk in, a comfortable house or apartment to keep warm in, to seek shelter from the virus and to remain safe. When we wake up in the morning, we are each given the opportunity to live another day, an opportunity that thousands of people will unfortunately not have. So let us make the best out of this collective situation and appreciate that we are simply alive. So thank you to all of you who are watching this video, and a special thanks to our home video protagonists who graciously accepted our invitation to share their story. They reminded us that in fact we are not alone in all of this, and a heart full of gratitude and a positive mind are essential for this and any other arduous process. Never lose hope, and always be there to help others, and always try your best to be responsible for your own health and well-being. From all of us at Sprout Media, stay safe, stay stimulated, and be good to yourself.